For months, Angel Reese has been throwing shade at Caitlin Clark, whether it's through aggressive plays, cold celebrations, or subtle disrespect on and off the court. But when ESPN dropped a controversial ranking, naming Angel ahead of Caitlin for Rookie of the Year, the basketball experts had their say, and trust me, it wasn't pretty. Angel's response: a full-blown tantrum fit that shocked everyone. What sparked this meltdown, and how did the experts humiliate her on such a big stage? Get ready for the ultimate breakdown of this heated rivalry. Over my 2 decades of following NBA basketball, I've seen my fair share of disrespectful moments from the media. Take, for instance, the case of Bradley Beal, who was overlooked for the 2020 All-Star team, despite averaging an impressive 30 points per game. Then there's James Harden, who was left off the All-NBA roster in 2016, even after he played every game that season while scoring nearly 29 points on average. And let's not forget how Damian Lillard was selected for the NBA's top 75 list, eclipsing the achievements of 3-time Defensive Player of the Year and champion Dwight Howard. These instances are not just frustrating, they are utterly ridiculous and frankly a bit blasphemous. Just when I thought the media couldn't stoop any lower, ESPN posted a tweet on August 29th, asking which rookies were in contention for the top spot as the WNBA playoffs approached. The audacity of that question is astonishing, especially considering they positioned Angel Reese ahead of Caitlin Clark in the Rookie of the Year rankings. This situation is particularly outrageous given the history between Angel and Caitlin. For a long time, Angel has seemingly targeted Caitlin. From her infamous John Cena "you can't see me" gesture and the ring finger point during the 2023 NCAA Championship to later headlines that featured Angel smacking Caitlin on the head and then celebrating while her teammates shoved Caitlin to the ground, it's clear there's been a pattern. At the All-Star Weekend practice, Angel made headlines again by nailing a 3-pointer right after Caitlin missed hers, celebrating her success while ignoring Caitlin entirely. What we're witnessing can be described as microaggressions or passive-aggressive behavior, whatever term you choose. It's evident that Angel has an issue with Caitlin. Yet, when faced with the media, Angel downplays any feelings of animosity, claiming she doesn't harbor hatred for Caitlin and that they're simply rivals on the court. However, on August 30th, under the sweltering Chicago sun, the stage was set for yet another showdown between these two. This wasn't just any game, it was a crucial match that could impact the Rookie of the Year race, as highlighted by that ESPN tweet. Moreover, it marked the inaugural Barbie-themed game hosted by the Chicago Sky, adding even more excitement to the atmosphere. Angel Reese, who proudly earned the moniker Bio Barbie during her college years and now showcases her Chi-Town Barbie persona in Chicago, embodied the spirit of possibility in an arena filled with vibrant pink. This matchup was not just another game, it was their final rookie confrontation. While Angel had the upper hand in college with a 4-1 record against Caitlin, Caitlin was ahead 2-1 in their WNBA encounters. This game presented a golden opportunity for Caitlin to establish a commanding 3-1 lead over Angel, while Angel sought to even the score. Even before the first whistle blew, Angel radiated confidence, showing up dressed as Dennis Rodman and striking poses for the cameras, clearly in a celebratory mood. In contrast, Caitlin Clark approached the day with a no-nonsense attitude as she entered Wintrust Arena, her focus evident from the get-go. Among the onlookers was Shaquille O'Neal, sitting courtside, keenly observing the unfolding drama. As the game kicked off, Caitlin came out firing on all cylinders. Despite her efforts, however, Angel's supporting cast lit it up from beyond the arc, sinking 3-pointers with ease. The score quickly ballooned to 2-1-9, putting the Fever in a precarious position as the Sky threatened to run away with the game. In that moment, Angel likely felt the pressure mounting, but Caitlin's determination shone through that day. As the Sky's 3-point shooting began to cool off, the Fever started to rally back, led by Caitlin's incredible performance. That once comfortable 2-1-9 lead evaporated, and by the end of the first quarter, the score had tightened to 2-6-2-3. Caitlin was fully aware of the significance of the moment, and she kicked off the second quarter by confidently sinking a deep 3-pointer, further narrowing the gap. Angel tried to respond, but an unfortunate traveling violation hindered her efforts. This moment, folks, would set the tone for the night. Caitlin continued to dazzle with spectacular plays, even engaging the crowd and playfully inquiring if her shots were finding the net. Meanwhile, Angel struggled, reinforcing my earlier claim that ESPN's tweet regarding the best rookie was, frankly, disrespectful. If you think I'm exaggerating, just wait and see how the rest of the game unfolds. It only gets better for Caitlin and more challenging for Angel. I'm certain that even Sue Bird, who was present at the arena, would agree. As the third quarter commenced, the Sky grew increasingly desperate to contain Caitlin Clark, resorting to aggressive tactics, including denying her a safe landing after jumps. Meanwhile, Angel Reese found herself heavily guarded at the three-point line, as if she were Giannis Antetokounmpo. Unfortunately for Reese, she didn't possess Giannis' full skill set. The Fever capitalized on her weaknesses around the rim, and whenever she attempted to attack, her efforts fell flat. As previously noted, Caitlin's brilliance was on full display, contrasting sharply with Angel's lackluster performance. Remember, this was after Angel had dressed as Dennis Rodman and posed for the cameras on Barbie Day at the Chicago Sky's home arena. By the end of the third quarter, Caitlin Clark had tallied an impressive 23 points and 9 assists, while Reese struggled with just 5 points and 7 rebounds. The overall score stood at 7-8-6-4, favoring the resurgent Indiana Fever, who had been among the top teams in the WNBA since mid-June. The fourth quarter unfolded with Caitlin continuing to shine like a superstar, while Angel and the Sky appeared to be sore losers, among other things. Curious about what I mean? Let me take you through the events of that final quarter. Caitlin Clark dazzled once more with her shooting and playmaking, leaving no room for the Sky to stop her. At one point, the game became so lopsided that Caitlin was casually launching off-balance shots. Meanwhile, the Sky's frustration boiled over, leading them to resort to dirty tactics. One play exemplified this perfectly. Diamond DeShields collided with Clark. Initially, it seemed like an accident, as if DeShields was genuinely trying to help her up afterward. However, a different angle revealed the truth. DeShields was merely complaining to the referee, insisting there was no foul. The incident was so outrageous that even comedian Rob Schneider, known for his role in Deuce Bigelow Male Gigolo, chimed in, stating, "The fact that this assault didn't lead to an immediate ejection from the referee means the WNBA needs to fire this referee, change the league rules, and fine this player for that flagrant foul. It's clear that something needs to be addressed regarding the treatment of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA." But after the incident I mentioned earlier, a shocking statistic came to light. 17% of all flagrant fouls in the league have been committed against Caitlin, with the Chicago Sky, led by Angel Reese, responsible for a whopping 80% of those fouls. This raises some serious questions about Angel's intentions towards Caitlin. Despite the controversy, Caitlin Clark capped off her game with an impressive performance, minus 31 points and 12 assists, before waving to the crowd and taking a seat on the bench. Here's where the situation took a hilariously awkward turn for everyone watching, but became downright humiliating for Angel Reese. With just under 4 minutes left in the game, Caitlin was on the bench, laughing and celebrating with her teammates. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was still on the court, trailing by 27 points, frantically trying to secure points and rebounds for her double-double. It was almost too funny. While Caitlin enjoyed her moment of victory, Angel was out there chasing statistics. The contrast was stark. Caitlin was having a great time on the sidelines, dancing and sipping Gatorade, while Angel, who was supposed to be the leading rookie of the year, was stuck on the court trying to boost her numbers. It was genuinely amusing to watch. To add to Angel's embarrassment, she missed 2 consecutive free throws, igniting a frenzy online with fans mocking her for stat padding in a game where her team was down by 27 points with just 3 minutes remaining. It's almost comical when you think about it. She only had 5 points with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. While Caitlin was focused on securing the win, Angel appeared more concerned with inflating her stats for a streak that really only exists for her fans to latch onto. It was a disappointing display, showcasing a blatant disregard for the game itself, as Angel engaged in some of the most obvious stat padding I've ever seen, all to maintain a facade that ultimately fell flat. It was just plain embarrassing. Angel Reese managed to score a total of 10 points, but it's worth noting that half of those were during garbage time when Caitlin was already basking in her victory on the bench. So yes, folks, the media might claim otherwise, but after witnessing this showdown, there is no question in my mind Caitlin Clark is the better player, and we need to acknowledge the audacity of the media's rankings. It's time to recognize the truth. Caitlin Clark is the real deal. Period.